What we're going to be talking about today is Facebook ads. And this is a guide to the basics of Facebook advertising. This is paid advertising on Facebook, not posting or anything like that, not just content and management of your Facebook page, but actually paying Facebook to put ads in front of people. As always, we try to make sure that we're working for small businesses. So our goal here is to help people with small budgets get big returns. Something you guys may or may not know about me is I play hockey. One thing that's really interesting is hockey and Facebook ads have a lot in common. Let me tell you a little story. The first time I started playing hockey, I was with a group of women who had been playing for years. They were really good, and I was the only new person on the team. We're sitting in the locker room getting ready to play a game. It was like the second time I had played. And one of the ladies on the team, who kind of considers herself, I guess I would say the coach of the team, is basically yelling at everybody about what we had done wrong the previous game. And she's talking about breakaways, and if the puck does this, you need to do this. And she just yells for like 5 minutes. And at the end of it, she goes, "Does everybody understand?" And I'm just like, "No, I don't have a clue what you said." You see, the reality is what she was saying was right. We needed to know that, but I was still trying to figure out where to stand on the ice and try to stand upright. And that's what is like Facebook ads, is there's a lot of complex strategies, but what we're gonna go over is where to stand on the ice and how to stand upright. We want to talk about the very basics first. And the first thing I want to get across is we are not talking about boosting posts. We are talking about the actual Facebook ads platform. My number one rule, I hate to say never or always, but this is my never rule, is never hit the boost button. It doesn't matter how many times Facebook prompts you to say, hey, your post is getting more likes or comments, boost it to reach more people. Never hit the boost button. Unless you have stock in Facebook and you just want to see that stock increase, don't hit the boost button, because the reality is you're just throwing your money away and you're just giving your money to Facebook. Okay, let's jump right in. As I was starting to say, strategy really matters. Anybody that has heard me talk at any time talks about strategy and understanding that marketing is a lot like dating. You have to introduce yourself to people first. And as you move them up, they get deeper in the relationship with you, you can ask for more things. It usually starts out by giving an offer to get them to give you their information. But right then, you don't just put an ad in front of them that says, hey, buy my stuff. If you just put an ad in front of somebody that has never met you, doesn't know anything about you, it's literally like saying, hey, will you marry me on the first date? We want to make sure that we're putting the right information in front of the right people to get the best results. Your ads should reflect the right step in the customer's relationship with you. Okay, the very basics that we're going to be coming today. There's 3 levels to Facebook ads. The first one is the campaign level. We basically say that is the what of Facebook. And then you have the ad set level, which is the who of Facebook. And then the ad itself, which is the design, the pretty part of Facebook ads. At the campaign level, you're going to tell Facebook exactly what you want people to do. So I have some examples here. These are the most common campaigns that we run. So video views would mean you want people to watch the video. Lead generation means they're filling out a form and they stay on Facebook. They don't leave Facebook's platform. Traffic means they're going somewhere outside of Facebook. So this could be a landing page, it could be your website, but you're taking them off of the Facebook platform. And then conversions would be like a purchase or a sale. You're actually tracking somebody doing something. So one thing that we really want to cover is the fact that Facebook is really good at a couple things. what Facebook is really good at is knowing its people. It knows what you like, what you're most likely to do, and how you interact with its platform. So what we want to do is let Facebook do what it's really good at and find those people that are most likely to do what we tell them to do. But the reality is you have to tell Facebook exactly what you want people to do. If you're trying to get people to give you their information, then you need to be running a lead generation campaign. You're telling Facebook, go find people that are most likely to fill out this form on your platform and put my ad in front of them. So make sure we're letting Facebook do what Facebook is. The ad set level is the who of Facebook. You're telling Facebook who should see your ads, who that they should put your ads in front of. So we have different levels of this. There's demographics, interests, and audience. Demographics are attributes of a person. So if someone is female, in their 30s, has kids, and lives in Montana, that would be the demographics. And then you add in interests. So they like beer, or they like flowers, or they like working out. Those are all interests. And I'll be honest, most people, that's how they set their ad set level, is the demographics and interests of a person. But we also have audiences, and we're going to get a little bit deeper into audiences, but that really is what is important. So our audiences are people that have interacted with us. So we can tell Facebook to put ads in front of people that have interacted with us based on their interactions, their personal interactions with you and your brand. It really is more about audiences than demographics and interests. And finally, we have the ad level, which is the design. It's what people see. This is the part that goes in someone's newsfeed or in their stories and what people actually see. So there's three components of a really good ad. The first is you need a video or an image that grabs people's attention. Remember, you have to stop the scroll. So you have to have a video or image that immediately, within 2 to 3 seconds, grabs people's attention. And then second, you need an offer. The words need to make people do what you want them to do. Generally speaking, the better the offer, the better your ad is going to convert. And then you need targeting and relevance. So you need to be putting the right ad in front of the right people at the right step. Again, don't put an ad saying, hey, buy my stuff in front of somebody that has never seen you before. And the reality is test, test, test. You need to be testing different ads, seeing what people react to, and then optimize. Facebook is not a set it and forget it ads platform. So you need to be looking at the results and optimizing your ads based on what people are actually doing. So as I said, we were going to get really into audiences. Again, remember, audiences is in that ad set level, and it's who we're putting our ads in front of. We're telling Facebook who we want the ads to go in front of. This is really where the magic happens. This really is the key to targeting, and honestly, how you can get big returns with small budgets. So there's two types of audiences. We have a custom audience and a lookalike audience. A custom audience is based on your data. So it could be a list of website visitors. It could be a list of people that have subscribed to a newsletter. It could be people that have liked your page on Facebook, followed you on Instagram, or interacted with anything on your Facebook or Instagram page. It could also be people that have watched part of your video that you've put out. But it is all based on your data. And I will tell you, this is the key of putting ads in front of people multiple times. And then the second part is lookalike audiences. Lookalike audiences are based off of those custom audiences we just talked about. So these are people that Facebook says are very similar to whatever you have built in the custom audience. So if you have a list of people that are your top customers, so they spend the most money with you, they always buy from you, you can upload that list and tell Facebook, hey, go find people like these. Lookalike audiences are great for initially building up people to move them through that customer journey. What you have to understand is you have to set up an audience. You have to tell Facebook what to track. So if you want to advertise to people that have been to your website, you need to go into Facebook and set up an audience based on website visitors. If you want people to keep track of people that have watched one of your videos, you need to go in and tell Facebook to track that. And what I will tell you is the more audiences you set up, the better. Now, it's important to understand that when you're doing this, you have to begin with the end in mind. Remember, I said that we're going to be talking about working people up this staircase. How do we build a relationship with them and have them go further and deeper into the relationship with us? It's all based on that strategy. When we talked about lookalike audiences, those are basically cold audiences. They've never heard from us before. They don't know anything about us. That's where we want to take and give them an offer that is just a, hey, get to know you. I call that a buy you a drink offer. What is your free drink or free beer offer? And that's just a way to get their phone number, or maybe it's email address. So then you can give them information about your brand. As you move up the staircase, then it's really essential that you have those audiences in place that have either bought from you before or watched a video or interacted with you on Facebook or Instagram. So you can put a different ad and different event in front of them, different thing that you want them to do. Okay, so I showed you the staircase. Again, this is just taking a look at what we were talking about. The bottom part of that staircase is all about demographics and interests and lookalike audiences. When you move into the middle part of the staircase, that's really where your initial retargeting begins. So that's saying, hey, we're going to put an ad in front of you based off an action that you've done with our brand, whether it be go to a website, like a Facebook post, or watch a video. And then the top part of that is really where we're asking for a sale. That's a retargeting only audience, so they've already had exposure to you at least once, generally a minimum of 2 to 3 times, and that's when we're asking for the sale. One other way to look at that is basically the idea of cold audiences, which means they've never seen you, warm audiences, which means they've had some exposure to you, and hot audiences, which means they're ready to buy. And when you look at that, again, it's just the campaign objective, the audiences, and the types of ads you offer in each of those. It's really important. So as I was saying with the cold audiences, people that don't know you, it's really important to inform them, educate, inspire, entertain, build awareness. It's a great place for giveaways. As they move along with you, you want to engage them, tell a story, get customers' information, show reviews of other customers that are happy with you, and then talk about the solutions and benefits that you offer. Remember, this is really about getting them to like your brand and want to take another step. And then those people that are ready to buy, make sure you're putting a good offer with a really strong call to action. Maybe it's a limited time or an exclusive offer to them. Anytime you're running Facebook ads, you need to keep these questions in mind and be asking yourself these questions to really get the most success out of your ads. The questions are, is this the next logical step for them? Are you putting the right ads in front of the right people? Most of the time when an ad isn't working well, it's just the wrong step, and we need to make those steps a little bit closer together. What am I tracking and how? Before you spend any money with Facebook, make sure you know how you're going to track things. If you're trying to get people to go to your website, make sure you set up those audiences so you can tell who went to your website. So then you can put a different ad in front of them. And then what is the follow-up? The follow-up really is the key to sales. You can't just have them fill out a form and then never contact them again, right? Make sure you have a text messaging or an email follow-up that goes along with it. What's working right now? These are some of the things that we see, kind of some time after time tested strategies that work really well for small businesses. Contests and giveaways. That is a great way to start your ads. Get people introduced to you and get people on your list. Strong offers. It really is important to understand that you are disrupting people's scrolling. So if you don't have a strong offer, if you don't give them a reason to click, it's probably not going to work. And as far as strong offers, really incentivizing. What is that reason behind it? And then retargeting. It is really important that you're putting ads in front of the same people multiple times. And then also have a relevance to the current situation. Right now, we're in the middle of the coronavirus pandemic. Now, you can't use words like pandemic, coronavirus, COVID-19. You cannot use those in your ads, but you can talk about the current times. Be relevant. We work with a furniture brand that is closed down and is doing a lot of virtual sales. And our call to action was to do a free virtual in-house design. So on Zoom, they're going to show what their house looks like. And then the designer is going to offer some tips and ideas for things that they could, whether it be pictures or furniture or things like that, that could enhance their space. So our ads aren't saying anything about coronavirus. We're just saying, are you stuck at home right now? Sick of looking at what's on your walls? Right? So we're being relevant without saying anything about the situation. And then video, video, video. I cannot stress that enough. Facebook loves video. Any sort of ads you're running, if you can run video ads instead of still image, again, always test everything, but Facebook loves video. Make sure you're running video ads. When done correctly, you really can get big returns from small budgets using Facebook ads. Any questions?